turn 27, so I managed to take the Dwarf City. But on the other side I again lost some units. So the Dwarf City didn't have walls, as I saw on the previous turn, and I did the usual siege battle tactic of splitting them and then moving from one side to the other to deal with them. So my army was mainly Wisps, and I had only 2 range units, which were Longbowman, which is quite strong at range, and my leader with Stunning Touch and what's the name? Spirit Breaking. If I can show it, yeah, Inflict Spirit Breaking. So at the beginning I just did some positioning to keep my Crusher and Wisp and Phantasm Warrior on the right and the other troops on the left. The Crusher was very useful with regrowth to take damage and still keeping full health to keep the splits. At some point I sent the Phantasm Warrior on the left because I saw they were not moving. Because usually you have to keep enough units on one side if you don't want them to just move all the units where most of your units are. It's kind of mass gravity pull. So then on round 4 I launched the assault, putting myself at range, and I did it on purpose to be at range for 2 units so that the Prospector stays there also and hit the Crusher. And here I put myself at range with 2 Wisps and the other guys are behind, so that the Crossbowman here strikes one of the Wisp, and then I can strike him and try to stun him without him guarding. And so he has only 4 range units, 1 Crossbowman, 1 Prospector and 2 Forge Priests. So I kept 2 range units on the right and the other 2 went on the left. Now I'm doing some blight damage because I got the item I had with my AD, the quiver. So I'm doing some nice damage with the Longbowman, but he was left with 2 HP, so I had to finish him later. Didn't want to enter there obviously because I would be struck by many units. And he has these 2 Firstborns coming. So you must not enter inside or break the wall, because that may trigger him to get out of the wall, and then if you get out you're in trouble, maybe. So the Crusher retreated 1x to keep the Forge Priest hitting me, but the Prospector was allowed to move, and I would bait him back later on. Then I finished the Crossbowman with one of my Longbowmen because the Forge Priest could not reach me. Then I sent some units back on the right to try to kill the Forge Priest and the Prospector. And I also sent my leader on the right, as he's moving fast. I can get back and help with the team on the right. Now that I've killed the Prospector, the Crossbowman, I can just retreat, let them go back on the right, and then I can move back forward when I need to. And now I'm striking the wall to prepare an attack on the Forge Priest. So I'm going to take some damage on the Crusher, but it's okay because he has regrowth and he will be able to heal back while the other units come back. So that also means Prospector is going to come back. Now they are all going on the right. because they don't have any targets available on the left anymore. And this guy went through outside the walls, but the others not sure why. So this is my elite. I've got a new elite wisp. So I do that. Even if I get flanked, it's okay, I won't get too much damage. Now my leader gets in position to be able to stun people again. And I tried to move there to attract them, but it actually didn't work. So you see, I moved them on the right, then I moved forward back so that they come back on the left. But actually didn't work. Also the Phantasm Warrior being hit by the Forge Priest was not voluntary, it was bad positioning. And here also the Deepguard attacking the Ogre was not voluntary, was another bad positioning. I was able to kill it fast with my Longbowman. And here, so I tried to stun the Forge Priest but didn't work. So now I'm trying to move back, try to attract the two Axeman. Still trying to stun the Forge Priest, but still doesn't work. And because the Firstborns are far, so I can move forward with the Crusher, and same with this guy. He can reach me, but so I guard. And I try to attract at least one of the Firstborn in this area with the two Wisps to keep the split. So the Crusher stays alive, but not that much. So now, because the Forge Priest was hard to stun, so I tried to stun the Axeman, but still didn't work. And now, to avoid my Wisp being killed, I send the Phantasm Warrior on the Firstborn. And the Wisps on the Axeman to drain his AP and maybe stun him, and it did work, and it did stun him. And here the Firstborn did something strange and just moved back like this. So again, no success in stunning. Here I'm draining the action points from the Firstborn. So now you see I've got only 3 enemy units left, and I'm able to drain their action points by taking selective hits with the Wisps and stuff that cannot be killed in one hit. So yeah, that's basically the end of the fight. So I'm absorbing it, and thanks to voluntary union it's 2 turns. And then I will be able to buy my here and move my throne there. I've got a nice Halfling Eagle Rider here, which I'm going to recruit, but not this turn, to keep a wealthy empire and don't pay his upkeep. And so next time moving there to clear this, then probably the hole, and then the shrine, and then move back to attack. Casting a Phantasm Warrior, but not sure if I will cast it because I'm quite low on mana now. Here, so I spotted an enemy Wisp again. That's the same, I think. Oh no, maybe not. He has only 1 experience. And I got lucky on mine, and I've got a middle, but the difference is not so big, so I could have attacked him, but I did not, because dangerous. I could get killed, so I'm staying there with a hatchling, so if it attacks me it's going to die. And I'm waiting for maybe a second Wisp to help me, but first I'm going to take the Watchtower. I found his hero, his leader, while I was scouting to get the gold, and I saw the gold disappeared. And I'm not sure if he's alone or not, because he won the battle this turn, so he's probably not alone. And he has no new stuff, I think. So it looks like he moved this way. And so it's good if I take the Rigorous Shrine, maybe I can move and try to kill him, but I would have to move many turns. So I hesitated to disband my Wisp to avoid him knowing where I am. But at the same time, if he doesn't cast something or send a Phantasm Warrior or something, he cannot go on water and kill me. So I'm staying there for now. And so last I did too many fights there, so this one went okay. I did a good job, but then I screwed up here, and I wanted to save the Ogre, so I sent the Warrior Guard with him, but actually didn't really think it through very well. So one of the trooper killed the Warrior Guard, and when he exploded he killed the Ogre, so that was stupid. I should just have sent the Warrior Guard without the Ogre, and then the result would have been much better. So I lost again 2 units. So my aim of doing some fights to get some experience and stuff is not going very well. Lost my hero, 2 Ogres were in Royal Guard, and I think 1 other units before. Still I got 200 gold because I didn't take the items. It was a +1 defense leg and spider egg. So instead I took 200 gold, and now I'm at more than 1000. So next turn I'm probably going to do the inn and then go for the shrine. Also I failed this battle because I didn't have the crusher with me, and I didn't have the crusher with me because I wanted to optimize movement. And the split didn't work very well also, because Wisps are not very good to make splits. But I won the battle second time after retreating. So now I've got 2 Elite Wisp and Champion 1 Apprentice, Champion 1 Elder. So, yeah, and finally in terms of research, so I got 90 research points, actually more than that, for free at the vault. So I finished Magic Fist, and now I'm researching Chain Lightning. And I'm hoping to get Arcane Binding, which would allow me to get control of his Phantasm Warrior, which would be very good in auto battles, especially since I don't really have very good spells to cast, so it's very likely that my leader would cast Arcane Binding. So yeah, that's the plan, because I don't think sorcery would be good because I don't have mana. This is not very good, but Not Serpent is, but you need 800 RP, I think, or 400 RP, and would be 400 and would be 10 turns. And same for School of whatever, it's also a lot of RP, so many turns. Thanks for watching, see you next time.